Class 9, Chapter 10, Circles, Module 1. Objectives. In this module, you will learn about circles and its related terms, angles subtended by a chord at a point, perpendicular from the center to a chord. Now listen carefully the notes. So we know about circles. So the terms related with the circle, listen carefully. So what do you mean by a circle? Yes, in our class we have studied it is a closed figure. Okay, but listen carefully. Circle is a collection of points in a plane which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point in the plane. It is called a circle. Listen, circle is a collection of points which are equal distance from a fixed point. That fixed point is called what? The center of the circle. Now listen carefully. The line segment from the center to a point on the circle is called what? A radius of the circle. In this figure, O is the center of the circle and OP is the radius of the circle. Now the next point. A circle divides the plane on which it lies into three parts. They are, first one, inside the circle, which is also called interior of the circle. Second, the circle. And the third one, outside of the circle, which is also called exterior of the circle. The circle and its interior make up the circular region. Now the next point, if you take 2 points P and Q on a circle, then the line segment PQ is called a chord of the circle. The chord which passes through the center of the circle is called what? Yes, diameter of the circle. And diameter is the longest chord of the circle and it is twice the radius. Okay. Next one, a piece of a circle between 2 points is called an arc. Look at the piece of the circle between 2 points P and Q. You find that there are two pieces, one longer and the other one is smaller. The longer one is called what? Major arc. And that shorter one is called what? Minor arc, PQ. When P and Q are ends of the diameter, the both arcs are equal and each is called a semicircle. Now the last point is what? The length of a complete circle is called its circumference. We know its equation also. The region between a chord and either of its arc is called a segment of the circular region or simply a segment of the circle. So once more, what? The region between a chord and the either of its arc is called a segment of the circle. Now you will find that there are two types of segments. One is what? Minor segment, other one is what? Major segment. Next one, the region between an arc and the two radii joining the center to the end points of the arc is called what? Sector. Now, same type of the segment, there are two types of sectors. One is the minor sector, other one is what? The major sector. Now the first one, theorem, angles subtended by a chord at a point, that is the first point. So from that, listen carefully, equal chords, theorem 1. So equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. So listen carefully, these theorem statements are important one. Okay, proof is not too much important, but listen first. So, equal chords of a circle subtend equal angle at the center. Now listen in this figure. Given two equal chords AB and CD of a circle with a center O. You want to prove that what? Angle AOB equal to angle COD. Now for the proof, listen. In triangle AOB and COD, OA is equal to OC, radius of the circle. OB equal to OD, that is also radius of the circle. And AB equal to CD, what is that? Equal chords, it is given. Therefore, triangle OAB or AOB congruent to triangle COD using SSS congruence rule. So, if two triangles are congruent, then we can conclude what angle AOB equal to angle COD using corresponding parts of the congruent triangles. Now, next one, the theorem 2. So, the proof is not important. Same this congruence rule itself. So, it is not too important. Just listen carefully the theorem statement. If the angles subtended by the chords of the circle at the center are equal. So, if the angles subtended by the chords are equal, then we can conclude what? The chords are equal. It is the converse of the above theorem. So, above theorem what? If two chords are equal, then that subtended angles are also equal. That is, equal chords subtend equal angle at the center. But this one is what? The angles subtended by the chords are equal, then we can conclude what? That chords are also equal. Now listen carefully the question, first one. Recall that two circles are congruent if they have the same radii. Congruent circle having the same radii. What do you mean by congruent circle? Two circles having the same radii. Okay. Prove that equal chords of the congruent circle subtend equal angles at their center. So, equal chords of congruent circle subtend equal angle at their center. Same type of question itself. So, in triangle AOB and CO'D. So, two circles are separate one. So, AB equal to CD. That is given two chords are equal. Okay. OA is equal to O'C. OA equal to O'C, radii of congruent circle. OB equal to O'D. That is also radial. So, triangle AOB congruent to triangle CO'D using SSS criteria or congruence rule. So, we can conclude what? Angle AOB equal to angle CO'D by using what? CPCT. Hence, we can conclude what? Equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at their centers. Now, the next question is, prove that if chords of congruent circle subtend equal angles at their centers, then the chords are equal. Prove that if chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at their centers, then the chords are equal. So, listen carefully in these figures. In triangle AOB and triangle PXQ, OA equal to PX. So, congruent triangles. So, radius of the congruent circles. Congruent circles. Angle AOB equal to angle PXQ. That is also given. Okay. The next one, BO equal to QX. What radius of the congruent circles are equal. So, triangle AOB congruence to triangle PXQ using SAS congruence rule. Therefore, what we can conclude? AB equal to PQ. The chords are equal. Now, next point, the perpendicular from the center to the chord. So, listen carefully. If AB is the chord and from the center, when we draw a perpendicular to the line, the chord AB. So, since OM is perpendicular to AB, our property is what? The perpendicular from the center to the chord bisect the chord. That means when we draw OM perpendicular to AB, what? AM is equal to BM. Now, theorem 4. Next one. The line drawn through the center of the circle to bisect the chord is perpendicular to the chord. So, reverse of that. The line drawn through the center of a circle to bisect a chord is perpendicular to the chord. Here, AM is equal to MB. What? The line drawn through the center of the circle to bisect the chord is given. So, AM is what? BM. Now, OA is equal to what? OB, radius. OM is equal to OM, common. Okay, so triangle MOA congruent to triangle MOB. Okay, now using SSS criteria or congruence rule. So angle AMO equal to what? Angle BMO. Now what? Angle AMO plus BMO is equal to 180 degree. Since that two are equal, twice of angle AMO is equal to 90 degree. Now angle AMO is equal to angle BMO is equal to what? 90 degree. Each one is what? 90 degree. So listen carefully. Twice of angle AMO is equal to 180 degree. So angle AMO equal to angle BMO is equal to what? 90 degree. Now listen carefully. The next question. It is useful for you the next year. So suppose you are given a circle. Or you can draw a circle with using a bangle. Give a construction to find its center. So listen the steps only. You need to draw the circle using a bangle. After that, find out its center. The step: take points P, Q, R on the circle. 3 non-collinear points. After that, join PR and RQ. So you will get 2 non-collinear chords. Okay. Now after that, you need to draw each of the chords perpendicular bisector. So draw the perpendicular bisector of the chord PR and also RQ. After that, you join that perpendicular bisectors. The point of intersection of the two perpendicular bisector is the center of the circle. Clear? So just you can go through all the steps, then draw the figure neatly. Clear? Okay, thank you.